All right, this is where the action begins. So he got that stopwatch nice and early, which is what he's trying to do. He wants to manipulate a stopwatch out of the ghost early on, so he can do a trick at this upcoming room. Just a matter of getting up these stairs here. What he's going to try to do here is a frame perfect trick. He's got to hit the stopwatch activation at the same frame that he gets control again after the door animation. Let's see if he got that, and he did. Nailed it. It's going to save him quite a bit of time there. He's stopping time so that he can manipulate the second bat spawn, and then has a little pattern that he does to get him in the right position so that he's jumping and get the height of the bat right for the boost. Takes a drop there, which manipulates some frame loss so that we can get this this bat manipulated to do a fast swoop. And he nails the crit. That is a great start. That's a pretty clean level 1 right there. I should mention a crit like that is frame perfect. So it's when he's dealing damage to the bat on the same frame that he's taking damage, it'll do some amount of damage. I don't remember the exact amount, but it does a lot more damage than the actual whip, and that's why the bat dies on the first hit. Off to level 2, it's a fairly easy level with compared to the other one. Not a whole ton going on in this level. Right now he's trying to get up to 6 hearts because he's going to need to use the stopwatch. And stopwatch takes 5 hearts. He needs another one for a holy water that's coming up here. Okay, so you see him drop a holy water here to it does a certain amount of ticks on the statue, which manipulates that second item multiplier there. Coming up on Medusa here. And a pretty clean Medusa kill. So we're coming up to stage 3. This is the real run killer. Stage 3 has a whole lot. Has a whole lot going on. A lot of pits that you can start falling into. A lot of birds to knock you back here and there. And hopefully Tusnek can get a nice clean run through. It's going to take a flea boost. And then we're up to the real scary room with with all the birds and all the pits. And he does a pretty good job of getting through there. Gets the potion drop, and makes it real quick and easy. Another scary room here. Manipulates an item out of this bird to it's a 3-frame trick, I believe, and getting that item will clear out all the enemies on the screen, makes that screen a lot less scary. We've got the bridge. The bridge has a certain manipulation to it. There's several different strats for it. We'll see which one he goes for here, but essentially you want to go through the bridge losing a certain amount of frames so that it will manipulate the bosses to where they'll do a manipulation where if the cross that he's picked up is overlapping both enemies at the same time, it'll do a tick of damage to each on every other frame, as opposed to doing one tick and it goes through. So you'll see it do a ton of damage real quick. So super clean bridge and mummies, and he's going into level 4. Level 4 has a trick known as the cave skip. He's going to whip 3 times to try and set up a timing for this trick. And then you'll see he's going to stop time while he's jumping up onto these platforms to hopefully manipulate a bat to get him up onto the skip. And it looks like he missed it. Not a huge deal as long as you get the holy water. It's just a small time loss, and then you're over onto the next screen. This screen is fairly terrifying. So what he's trying to do here is make it through without having to stop as quick as possible. But he has to clear out all of the flea men, and when you kill a flea man, depending on when you kill it, there's a little bit of there's a chance that an item can drop, and you don't want to lose that holy water. So Tusnek's going to try to do it in a way to where he's either killing them to where they're not dropping an item, or he's killing them in a spot where he can jump over the item. And like the pro that he is, he nails it no problem. So coming up to Frankenstein here, what he's going to do is try to set up a crit. Same thing that we talked about earlier. It's where you're trying to hit on the same frame that you're taking damage, and there's a little bit of a setup that you can do on the steps. You whip 2 times, you walk up to the steps, and then depending on where you stop when you do your next set of whips, that'll tell you there's a couple of different positions where you can stand. Makes the hitting a frame perfect window a lot easier when you know you've got a visual cue for it, essentially. And again, nails it, no problem, like the pro that he is. Level 5 here, we've got some boosts right out of the gates, and then it's kind of cruising for a little bit until the end. We'll see if he goes for a safety meet, playing it safe, which I imagine he will in a marathon run. So again, just more boosts, and then kind of just coasting till the end. This level has one of the scariest bosses in a single player, in a casual setting. Of course, this game is single player. In a casual setting, not a speedrun setting. It's Death. So Death is incredibly difficult when you're playing it casually, but in the speedrun, you carry this holy water all the way to the end. And once you do that, you can stun lock him so that he never gets to drop the sides on you. If those sides get out, it's just it's a train wreck. So hopefully Tusnek can get there and stun lock him down, and it'll be nice and easy. He's going to want to make sure that he's getting to the boss with around 5 or 6 hearts. Which is the amount. You can do the trick, or you can do the kill with 4, but it's a lot tighter. Having 5 or 6 is a much more comfortable spot to be in. Here we go on death. It's got the stun lock. And all good. So you can see that that boss is seems fairly not insignificant in a speedrun setting, but if you miss one of the timing on the holy water, or if you're not standing far enough to the right to where the holy water hits the boss when he drops, it's a real tough spot to be in. So next up, we've got level 6. This opening bridge, he's going to try to get through the bridge without losing any frames, and there's a specific pattern that he'll follow to, you know, manipulate the bats that are kind of floating around to keep them from doing anything too nefarious and knocking them down into one of the pits. And if you follow the pattern, it's a fairly easy screen. Got a couple more skeleton boosts, and then we're basically at Drac. So something to mention about the Dracula setup here. The fight has kind of a pattern that we've manipulated to make the fight a lot easier, and that begins with your entrance into the fight. So the same as with the mummies. When you're in the room where you walk into the boss, the amount of frames that you lose is going to change how the boss reacts. So for this fight, unlike the mummy fight, we don't actually want to lose any frames. So there's a pattern that he'll do to grab the cross and then grab the big heart and get into the fight and start it off. And when you do that, it kind of sets up the first couple of phases. He's going to go for a 2 cycle here and missed it, but he gets it down no problem shortly after that. And then we're at the Cookie Monster. With Cookie Monster, when you have the Holy Water and that 3 item, it's another Sunlock situation. It's a really tough boss casually, but with the 3 item, you're just going to stun lock him and take him down. And like the pro that he is, 2snek nails it, no problem. And there you go. That's CV1 by world record holder 2snek. With a really clean run, 1147. That is not bad at all. Fun run. It feels fairly fast paced. There's constantly something to be looking at, something to do. Other than level 5 has a lot of just hold left and jump at a couple of spots, but otherwise there's constantly something to be paying attention to, and you're keeping track of your item count, you're keeping track of how many frames you're losing here and there. 2snek makes it look super easy. All right, and that's about all we've got. So thank you guys so much, and good luck to the next runners.